Good afternoon. You're welcome to another wonderful episode of Punch Sports Extra. My name is wonderful episode of Punch Sports Extra. My name is Shegun Odwai. I have Eniton Daramola here with me as my co-driver, co-anchor, and co-analyst. Very quickly, let's begin. Yeah, I mean,
good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Eniton. I think I was just, what's the word to use? A little pissed. That popular phrase of some years ago.
Yeah.
But I think we should just get into the show and allow our viewers have a very wonderful feel of what we have this morning. But we are starting this morning with our front page Punch Sports Extra. But also, before we dive into it, even though what we are about to talk about is on the front page this morning, more updates have come in the early hours of this morning up until now. And it's about the unfortunate incidents happening there in Libya with our own darling Super Eagles of Nigeria. They got in normally, but they said as they were about to land, there was instruction from the base, I guess, from the airport, that they should divert to another airport, not in Benghazi. And then they got there and they've been stranded there. No Wi-Fi, no food, no water, nothing. Superstars representing big clubs across the world had to sleep on benches. You know, William Trustekon, the captain of the team, dropped pictures earlier this morning, and it was an eyesore. It was a disgrace. It was a mess. Anything, that's going to be one of the major things we are talking about today.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did we even, as human beings, not even as Africans or as anything, as human beings, how did we arrive in such an unfortunate situation?
Yeah, so that's a big question, you know, and there are different narratives on social media, as we've seen, you know, understand, as we've read. But my own, like, I like the fact that you started with the, you know, the human right angle. Like, how did we get here? We are humans, for crying out loud. You know, if I done something bad to you and you are trying to, you know, retaliate, there should be, you know, a level of art. You know, there should be a certain degree or level to it. You know, when it goes beyond normal, because this is beyond normal. So when it goes beyond a certain level, it's, you know, it's no longer, you know, a game of I hurt you and you are trying to hurt me back. You understand? While I'm not, you know, sticking to any narrative yet, but it's just so sad that we will have to, you know, view this at this time, at this age, where, you know, people are sending rockets out from Earth to, you know, to space. Yeah, obviously, you understand.
Yeah.
Like, countries are doing that. Not even countries, tech firms, you understand, are doing things like this. But we are here playing dark arts, you know, against one another. I used to feel like, you understand, I used to feel like Africans, you know, we are brothers. You never do things like this to each other. But this is way beyond, you know, it's just way beyond normal. It is way beyond normal. It's highly, you know, condemnable and should be. Another thing that you know, surprises me is the fact that CAF has been silent. I don't think up until now, I don't think there has been any statement from CAF.
Perhaps, I mean, they are not to be what's the word now? Perhaps
I'm not pushing
blames
on them
as being pro-Nigeria, or they are trying to be the middleman. They are trying to
after
give a balance,
about 13 to 15
because
hours.
the Libyans are claiming that they equally suffer the same fate when they came here. Although the NFF have come out multiple times now.
Yes.
Last week,
not
even this week,
even today. I think people need to know. I think people need to know that 3 days ago they had said something that denied it. So people shouldn't just think, oh, they're trying to, you know, do a PR, trying to save faces, you understand, and you know, they are just coming out now that they've in quotes retaliated. But the NFF had said something like 3 days ago. You understand, and saying that. Okay, should I go on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure.
so somebody in the NFF, I can't remember his name now, said he granted an interview and he said he was on the call with the Libyan Football Federation, you know, General Secretary, before they left Libya for Nigeria, and they had a lengthy conversation, and he never mentioned when the team, he didn't hint him on the itinerary, you understand, and he didn't know when they were leaving, and he was expecting him, you know, to say, oh, we are leaving by this time, or we'll get to Nigeria by this time, only for him, according to, you know, this statement, only for the General Secretary to call an hour after the flight had left Libya and say, oh, my guys are coming in and they're going to Port Harcourt or thereabout. Like, I don't know. I mean,
you can land in Uyo.
Exactly.
Why are you going to Port Harcourt?
Okay. let's say they landed in Uyo. The distance between Port Harcourt to Uyo is about an hour 30 minutes, or I think 72 minutes thereabouts. Because I had to check to see the distance. Okay. You know, there are some times that even you go to some places, even like Lagos, you spend like maybe 30 minutes or thereabouts before you get to the national stadium. You understand, or to the stadium in Lagos. You understand. So it's not all that far. You understand. While I will never, or we as an establishment will never be in support of, inhumane treatment of any kind at all, of any kind at all. You understand? And I think it's, it's unbecoming, because Nigeria, I don't think, as bad as we might, will never stoop so low, and I will never stand for it that Nigeria will stoop so low, to do that against Libya. No disrespect, to Libya.
Not Libya now. We have big games in the past.
No, it's a big game. It's a qualifier. No disrespect
even in that group of us.
Yes, we've had bigger teams. We've had bigger teams come to Nigeria. We've had bigger things at stake, like the World Cup qualifying ticket. When Ghana, after a draw in in Ghana, they came to Nigeria. We would have done this dark arts, if we were like this. That's petty, and there are levels to being petty. You understand? There are levels to being petty. I'm not trying to be too emotional, but if this is happening to the Libyan team, I would condemn it.
Cry out as well.
Yes. So we've not done that to teams like Ghana. You understand? And we would have delayed them, delayed tactics, let them get tired before they play the game, and would have obviously won them. And they came to Nigeria and we played a draw, which we didn't get the ticket at the end of the day. You understand? But we didn't do that to teams like that. I think we've played South Africa a number of times, and we have had, apart from Jollof Wars with Ghana, we've had some social media.
It starts and ends on social media.
Exactly. But when it's some people are saying, even Victor Osimhen said it, that this is beyond delay tactics. It's now becoming a case of human rights violation. When you have to delay the players for like 13. It's not even 13. At that time of reporting, it was 13.
As of now, they are still...
Exactly.
It's a mess right now. It's a complete mess.
Exactly.
The federal government has gotten involved. The Minister of Foreign Affairs has gotten involved. Even the Nigerian community where they are, they said they came this morning. They are 1 hour ahead of Nigeria.
I think it was
right now, they are past two.
The person in charge of the... Pardon me. I think it was the person in charge of the head of the Nigerian community in Libya that got them Wi-Fi. So that's why we were able. Exactly. That's why we were able to see pictures. We were able to see them too.
Else it will have
exactly.
Blank.
So if I were in that situation with my brother or any person that I know was in that situation or is in that situation, I'll be scared. I'll be scared. And there was a tweet by Victor Boniface, and he was saying, "Oh, this is going beyond normal. That they're scared, that they just want to go home." You understand? Like, you can't.
Even AFCON said they want to go home. The NFF has said they are pulling them out.
You can't hold people
the
to
NFF,
ransom.
according to
this
reports,
they've
sent a private jet. They're supposed to pick them out and just bring them back home. And then issues with refueling and all of that.
Yeah,
I think the Libyans don't exactly want them to leave. They just wanted to, use some dark arts methods upon them in ensuring that they weaken them before the game or something. But now that the guys are saying, we are not even playing, let CAF do their work, we're going to deduct points, or if you're going to take off points for us and give it to them, beautiful, we are, taking this up and all that, and it's a whole mess right now.
So I was speaking of camera earlier, and I was saying, okay, so let's imagine that, Nigeria did this intentionally when they came to Nigeria, and they had to, because
there's according to the picture of them on the ground.
Yes.
Even that they were seated in the airport. And
exactly.
That looks like outside of the lobby, more like, and that's the only picture I've seen. I've not seen any other one of other guys.
So even if they did, if Nigeria did that intentionally, Nigeria did that intentionally, there should be videos. Apart from that picture,
just that picture,
and even after that, because the statement from the NFF, guy said that even they refused, the transportation arrangements by the Nigerian authorities, and they had to settle for the transportation arrangement they made for themselves, and they were not complaining that there was no AC thereabout. But even let's just think, if Nigeria, did that intentionally, okay, they said it was 3 hours. Yes. So if you want to retaliate, which I think you should not, let the game speak for you, understand, and allow CAF. This is why I'm saying CAF, because I didn't hear them say anything since last week when this allegation.
No, they did. The Libyan spoke.
No, I'm talking about CAF.
Oh, okay.
Because they are the organizers. They are the apex body. They should step in. You shouldn't get to this stage. Sanction Nigeria if you find Nigeria guilty. I stand, I love my country, but I stand at that I don't stand for, irregularities and, things like this. So if Nigeria is guilty, sanction them. So they shouldn't, be quiet this long. It's been like 4 or 5 days. So let's just say Nigeria did this and you want to retaliate, which I'm never a party of. Retaliation, I'm never a party of. If you want to retaliate, so Nigeria did it for 3 hours, add 1 or 2 hours, not 15 minutes, 15 hours. Add double it, add 6 hours, not 15 good hours or 13 good hours. Like, how do you are playing a game tomorrow?
Yeah.
They still have not left the airport
as of now.
As we speak. So, like, how
and they've been there for going to a day now.
And this is not the first time there are issues concerning Libya. There's a certain, report I think in 2021 and then in 2022.
A couple of years ago.
Rivers United, they had to train in the dark. I saw a statement from Rivers United, and they were like, they got to the airport, they didn't get any arrangement. They said they were going to pay, for the arrangements, transportation arrangement, and what have you. They themselves arranged for a private place to train, and then some guys came. Reportedly, some guys came, they threatened the owner of the facility, and they turned off the lights and everything, and they had to train in the dark. There are pictures, online, but as we go for more, verification or what have you, but I'm sure I saw that statement from Rivers United. So this is not the first time like things like this will be happening in African football, especially the club football. You understand? I think there was one time that a Nigerian team also went to, I can't remember the country they went to play, and they were allegations that they sprayed some things on the players' faces. I could recall, because I could recall the video playing through my mind right now. That they sprayed some players, and they attacked the bosses. I think they ended up
even funny reports of a particular Nigerian club that went to play away from Nigeria, and that was during COVID. And all the top boys of the Nigerian club were said to have fallen positive, and so they didn't play. When they go back to Nigeria, the club wanted them to repeat the test, and the entire team was free. And this is not just anti Nigeria or Nigerian clubs or the Super Eagles, but I'm sure this is not just Nigeria alone. It happens, it must have happened, when you have away teams going away to play, and then you try the home team try these tactics. No, that's not football actually. Because if you know your game, if you are that good, let the game speak for itself. Come to the pitch, because even at the game, the first leg in Uyo, it was all, anti-football, negative. There was so much drama, but that's allowed.
So
that's allowed.
Obviously that's allowed. But, if you are going to do that, when you get to your home or in front of your fans, you are allowed to do that, but you are not allowed to, just delay people unnecessarily.
All right. Like I said earlier, we have this topic on the front page of Punch Sports Extra this morning, but there have been updates after all of that. We'll still be coming back to this topic because this is like the biggest thing we have right now. And we'll be coming back to it, but we have to still look at other things we have on the front page of your darling Punch Sports Extra. Erling Haaland has said, I am not going anywhere. I'm staying at City. Reports are that he wanted to leave because of the crisis, the courts, the numerous violation issues Manchester City is facing right now and all that. But Starboy says he's going nowhere.
Oh, well, I think they won like 2 of, they've had 2 of them overturned. Yeah. That's good news for them on that part. Well, I hope that they are not guilty, but there are many people from the past and the present. When I say from the past, I'm talking about past seasons, that are hoping and praying that they get nailed, you understand? Because I think Everton and Nottingham Forest have, suffered the same fate, and they had to, 1 or 2. But anyways, regardless, back to Erling Haaland. He's the star boy. He's in a better team. He's in a better team than any other team. Name it. Like you mentioned, like the top 3 teams in the world. You mentioned Manchester City. Of course. If you don't mention them as the first, of course. You mention Real Madrid. It's between Manchester City and Real Madrid. It's going here and there's like it's like pendulum. It's just going here and there between Madrid and City. You understand? Yeah. So you would mention Manchester City. Where would you rather be? You'd rather be in a team that in a balanced team, in a team that have someone like Pep Guardiola at the helm of affairs. You have Ilkay Gundogan, who is
he's back.
He's back to the same.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Exactly, Kevin De Bruyne. You have Rodri, who is currently injured. You have Bernardo Silva. You have mentioned Phil Foden. You have Grealish. You have John Stones, and the like. You have like Kyle Walker. You have this is the team to beat, and it's the team to beat. You understand?
It is.
They are the team to beat in England. I like the fact that he's saying that he's staying, but this is football. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
At the end of the season, I decide, it's time to go for another challenge. However, if he decides to leave, I'm just so curious to where he would likely end up, because I don't think he would end up in a club like Real Madrid, because that attack is too choked.
Why do you?
No. Not that he can't. He doesn't have the credentials. Oh, he obviously has the credentials to play in Madrid. You understand? He has the quality. He has the ability. But the Real Madrid team, this present Real Madrid team, the attack is just too choked.
Why not Barcelona?
Oh yeah.
Why not Bayern?
Okay, well.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Very quickly, still moving. Still talking about the front page. Moving on to the next topic. Club captain of Chelsea. You know him already.
Yeah.
Reece James is said to have been offered to 2 different clubs. Reece James, captain of the side, offered to 2 different clubs. Perhaps his injury history is his problem.
Well, it's said to. We can't. It's a rumor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can't say. But out of any
transfer window never closes.
Exactly. And out of any rumor, there's just one iota of truth or something happening behind the scenes. You understand? It could be, and the way I've come to see football these days, sometimes it could be that these clubs just hire some people or just put out a little info. You understand? No, it works. It works. You just put out a little info. And somebody just spread. Have you ever questioned why is it every time there's a star or there's a player who is just gaining attention is always tagged to Manchester United? Have you ever wondered? Currently, there's a rumor that Manchester. No, I'm not saying from I'm just saying like generally. Yeah. So currently, there's a rumor that Manchester United wants to buy what's this Aston Villa player's name? The Wuhan Duran, and then there are 3 other people in contention. Yeah, because this is Chelsea's captain. He has not been stripped of the captaincy, and to show like the team has a backing or they are in support that are with him, they do not or they have not given a particular individual the permanent captaincy. They've been rotating the captaincy. You understand? So where this rumor is coming from, I don't know. You understand? Because if his position were to be threatened, they could have given it to somebody who would where it's week in, week out. Because I don't know if you've seen the video between what's his name, Roy Keane and Peter Schmeichel. So there was a time Roy Keane got injured and Peter Schmeichel had to stand in gap as the captain, but Peter Schmeichel wanted to keep the captaincy ban for a longer time, for a longer period. And by the time Roy Keane came back, it was like he didn't want to. He reluctantly dropped the captaincy, and they had to trash it out many years after. So, but the club has not done that. They have not done that. So they have not come out publicly to say that. But out of everything that we hear, there could be 1 or 2 an iota of of truth in it. But I don't think Chelsea would want to do that in this way. If they will do that, which they can, they are the team to do this kind of thing. If there's anything that will do, I think they'll just do it straight up.
All right, quick one. Cooking reports have it that Manchester United are looking out for a manager, and strong reports. It's on our front page as it that Tezedik is on that list. In fact, he is the man that is being wanted. Former Dortmund manager, the assassin face kind of guy, always looking like, I'm coming for you. Earlier, before today, because we're talking about Manchester United and they're on for a new manager, reports said that Thomas Tuchel, was equally one of the top guys. As of today, we're having Tezedik. Now, we don't even know who it is. And we don't even know if that job is truly threatened. Because every time it comes out to say, the board is happy with me, I'm doing my duties. When you're trying to tell him that his team is not scoring, he will tell you that his team is not conceding. I mean, my goalkeeper has had 4 clean sheets. He has a way of always deflecting the pressure, Eric Ten Hag.
Exactly. I think he has, we need to give kudos to Eric Ten Hag. And I'm not saying this as a Manchester United fan, because most Manchester United fans are pretty angry and they want him out. Even the people that supported him.
We want him in.
Well, yeah. I understand. Well, no, I do not understand because you're far away in Spain. I don't see why.
I just enjoy that. I enjoy Manchester United in pain. It makes me happy.
Interesting. Anyways, back to our discussion. We really need to give kudos to Eric Ten Hag. Yeah. The fact that he has been able to manage his pressers has been something commendable. He has found a way to push the pressure off his players at the same time. Have you not?
Of course,
it takes exactly. He absorbs it, and he tries to say, "Oh, I'm in contact with the management week in, week out. We're on the same page.
The board loves me."
That's good. I think I like that. That's good. I'm sure that deep down he knows there's a problem.
Do you think he'll be fired this season?
This season, it's possible that he'll be fired. When? I don't know.
Because,
however,
Manchester United is in a very precarious situation right now. They are in one of the lowest positions ever in the history of Manchester United.
Yes, but
it has been on for a couple of years. They are struggling.
This is
Manchester United is sinking.
This is 7 games. This is 7 games into the season. Yeah, but don't forget that this is football. Anything can happen. Like
it's not happening.
I have a feeling that he might find a way to save his job again this season. He might turn things around. Now another thing is this management. I think they are kind of proactive. Now what do I mean? Bringing what's his name now, Ruud van Nistelrooy into into the mix.
Into that circle.
Is
making him vice deputy.
No. Exactly. Making him the deputy is more of, if you mess up, we are going to throw you out. We have Ruud. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. I'm just hoping that, pardon me, I'm just hoping that they don't get in too comfortable and feel,
because we might leave a job as a number one. Coming to do number 2.
Yeah, like something is exactly. But I don't want Erik ten Hag to feel too relaxed. He obviously knows what's wrong. Did you see what's his name now? Benny McCarthy's interview over the week, and he was saying the way they train, they will decimate they will destroy anything. But that when they get to the pitch, it's just it's just surprising, and they begin to wonder, like,
McCarthy is saying what we don't see that now. What we see.
No, he's speaking from inside. He has been inside.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So I'm saying,
I used to pass test to his exam that I don't know.
What I just think. let's just see what will happen in the next couple of weeks.
All right.
Couple of weeks.
All right. Taking it away from the front pages this morning. Of course, we still have a lot of stuff on the front page this morning. If you want to have a better look and a better understanding of what we have for you this morning, meet up with your vendors wherever you are and enjoy a very sweet and interesting read. Very quickly, move away from the front page now, and we are going to be telling you that Dubois and our own Anthony Joshua, our own, is our own, Sha?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, our own Anthony Joshua. There's going to be a rematch, and it's most likely going to be happening in February of 2025 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Anything, just before we came on, you were saying it's going to be Saudi Arabia.
Obviously.
And we saw what happened. The Prince of Saudi Arabia was at the last fight. And, Saudi Arabia, it looks like it's the epicenter of sporting activities right now in the world, especially boxing. But talking about the fight itself, nobody expected Anthony Joshua to be defeated in such manner. There was no fight at all. He lost it from the very beginning. He lost all around. It was just down and out from the very inception of that fight. And now he's asking for another round of potential beating. I mean, do you think anything is going to change? Do you think AJ is going to be back on his feet, or Dubois is just going to round him off?
Something has to change.
What's changing?
Something has to change. Something has to change. So there must be, a side of Joshua saying, no, I can't go down like this.
I think that is his best.
I can't go down like this. I shouldn't have gone down like this. No. I need to, I need to, fight back and show the stuff that I am made of, and what I've been, is being about. You understand? All this game has been about from inception. You understand? So I think there's maybe not convincing, but there's still something, that he needs to do. There's still something he wants to show. And like I said the last time that we had this discussion, I said the only way that I personally, or maybe many fans of Anthony Joshua would gladly accept this rematch is that Joshua enters that ring and knocks out Dubois in 2 rounds or 3 rounds.
Is that going to happen?
It's possible. We didn't see Dubois knocking him out in that manner, in that fashion. Did you? Nobody saw it coming.
Nobody
saw it coming. If anybody can do it, Joshua can he can do it. You know, the fact that I know you would say he's not a boxer and everything. But what's his name now? Francis Ngannou. The way he knocked down Francis Ngannou.
We are now merchant of the pronunciation correctly. But Sabalenka,